Good morning, gentlemen. My name is Neo Postman, and in here today I'm going to be leading this therapeutical session. In here today, each one of us is going to talk a little bit about themselves and their issues, and the other individuals are going to try to sympathize with them or give them suggestions. Mr. Lawson, if you don't mind, please start.
Sure. Well, I'm here because I wasn't able to defend an innocent man who was accused of rape. Now that I remember, my coworker Susan decided to resignate after stating that I was a sexist, rapist, and offensive white male. I just wanted to help her too. But if this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for this Rosa Gonzalez, who stated that, and then that innocent man is going to jail now. But the words like this, nobody knows that if one is innocent or guilty. They just don't want to know the truth. They just want entertainment.
Does anyone want to give a suggestion?
Me.
You're the teacher, go ahead.
Well, Mr. Lawson, I just wanted to suggest how in certain situations an individual needs to be careful when trying to express himself or herself, or even when trying to help a co-worker or subordinate. After trying to help a student of mine, I expressed myself in an incorrect manner.
Yeah.
And that ultimately led me to lose my job, my house, and the custody of my son. I had to spend 3 years in prison because of false allegations. I was accused of false allegations. Because of all of that, everything happened because I tried to talk to my student as I talked to my son.
Oh, wow.
Gave you a chance and you betrayed me.
Mr. Lawson, I wanted to sympathize with you when you were commenting about how today the world, they just want to be entertained and be amused. And I wanted to bring the example of Las Vegas, which is a city that is fully devoted to the idea of entertainment, which proclaims a spirit of a culture whose public discourse it symbolizes entertainment and amusement. And I wanted to comment how there's nothing wrong with entertainment, as long as it's limited. We have a second generation today of children whose television has been the first and most accessible source of education, and it has even become a teacher for them. And I just wanted to comment how we need to limit that, because television is just known for entertaining that instead of teaching. And it's not only the children. There is no audience so young that is barred from television. Even adults today are making use of television itself as their daily lives of use and entertainment. That's what I wanted to comment on.
Right. I can't believe an act of friendship. You little cunt.
Don't worry, John, calm. We came here to solve problems, not to create tension. Calm down, things happen. John, the other John, do you want to comment on something? Do you want to talk about your issues?
Of course. This world is wicked. Just full with people with no emotions at all. And all they want is to get drugged and feel joy. When my mother died at the hospital, the little children with a scared mind, they commented, "Isn't she awful?" What disgraceful children were those? What were they even doing? Those little brats even there at all? What were they doing? The nurse could never rectificate the children's actions, and I could never understand. I tried to stop a man once by telling him, "Don't take that horrible stuff. It's poison. It's poison." And accidentally, I bring to that man freedom, and he did not want it. It seems that people nowadays just want to get amused, even if it costs their freedom. I don't want to be a part in a world like that. I don't want to live like this. I'd rather die or live alone.
Thank you, Mr. John, for expressing your ideas with us. We really appreciate it. Mr. Proctor, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I've been brought here to be persuaded into acknowledging that about my involvements and mistakes into witchcraft. I don't care about being executed. I have a sin to such extreme that I have lost the most important thing in my life, which is my wife.
Wow.
You know how that painful must be. And I feel that the least thing that I can do is to defend her against the false allegations that are being made against her by the harlot of a legal.
That's a strong word. That.
So I feel that I should also convince the jury that my wife is indeed innocent, which is actually is the only thing that I care about. I am confessing the village about my mistakes. Actually, I'm not confessing my mistakes signed on a paper.
Okay.
Damn the village. God, and only God sees me from upon. Only God sees my actions. I have 3 children. How am I gonna teach them how to walk like a man in this world?
Of course.
The village and God does not need a nail church upon us.
Calm down yourself, Mr. Proctor. I know you're very upset, but I agree with your choice. You don't have to get into that mode. I'm sorry for the gentlemen who couldn't present and share ideas today. Don't worry, you will get a chance the next Saturday. And I hope you all have a great day and see you next Saturday.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Take care, gentlemen. Good morning, gentlemen. In here today we're going to be continuing the session that we're cutting again on Saturday. And for those who didn't get the opportunity to present themselves and express their issues, today you're going to have the opportunity, so don't be hasty.
Please, Mr. Postman, may you notify me when this session ends? I have work to do, and in my opinion, it's more important than this. No offense, gentlemen.
I agree. Now, please, Mr. Postman, with all my respect, can you please hurry?
Okay, gentlemen, since you're so hasty, Mr. Loman, please you go first. Since you're so hasty, we're going to your job. Explain to us a little about yourself and your issues.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. I'm here because my wife thinks that I started nagging, thinks that I need psychological help. She thinks that I've attempted suicide while driving, which I find silly. I've been having a lot of stress about work lately. Many of you may know that I'm 60, and you know, my body's not functioning as it used to. You know, what bothers me the most is that Biff is a lazy, you know, my older son Biff is a lazy bum since he hasn't accomplished anything. And you know, before he wasn't like this. I remember how without a penny to his name, three universities were calling to his name. You know, I need to talk to my boss Howard about this since he fired me. I told him that, you know, I gotta earn money. If not, how am I gonna survive? You know. Plus, I can't throw myself to my sons. I am not a cripple. I may be old, but I can still work. I'm sorry, gentlemen. I just gotta live.
Don't worry, Mr. Loman. That's not gonna hold you anymore. Go do your job. If that's what you have to do. If that what has you so stressed, go ahead. Go.
Well, I'm Jay Gatsby. I would have enjoyed to have the privilege to speak here and then leave because I have a day to attend, but let's just go with it. I did make this session, I did make it, but now I don't think I need it anymore. Before I was trying to reach that goal that I had reached, that green light at the end of Daisy's dog. She's my purpose. I was quite frustrated. I have an acquaintance that once told me we cannot repeat the past. This just brought me despair. But I'm going to fix everything just the way it was before. I worked so hard just to be where she would want me to be there, for her to like love me. She will see that light that burns in her dog, the ceaseless fire that burns in my heart for her. Well, Sorry, I have to leave. I would love to hear your issues, but I have a date to attend. Good night, old sports.
Well, it seems that Mr. Gatsby just went away. Well, gentlemen, the session is over here. Thank you all for coming, and we will meet the next Saturday. Have a great day. Mr. Lawson, if you don't mind, please. Morning, gentlemen. My name is Neil Postman, and today I'm going to be leading this psychological section. We're going to try to sympathize with each other and try to give each other advices.
Alright, Cooper.
Mr. Lawson, I wanted to sympathize with you.
¿Pero qué pasa?
This world is wicked.
Good morning, gentlemen. In here, we're going to continue the session.
He's laughing, man.
Okay.
I have work to do. Okay, good, man.
No, nothing. We'll meet the next Saturday. Have a great day.